yummy, 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 you. The only slice I truly like, 'cause we got a butt on two. Yummy, 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 yummy pizza. Yummy, 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 yummy.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to 9/11 is Gay, the information show. Now, it's been quite a while again since we've done an episode. We missed all of June, which was Gay Pride Month.
That's right.
Now we're in July, which is what? Who's
Independence Day!
Yeah, the whole month. We're joined by Giselle Montenegro.
You're not going to do a clap for this?
I know, what the fuck?
Silence.
And-
You forgot how to do this? You took a month off?
Ooh.
You forgot how to be sober from your addictions, which looks like it's
Okay, keep
beyond
going. Host the show.
Did Ambien all of a sudden...
Is the camera getting...
how many calories are in Ambien? Because you're
All right.
either eating a lot of Ambien or it's something else. But we're also joined by one of our chosen attorneys, Dirk Dinkman.
So yeah, I get the applause.
So before we get going, because we have a lot to get to, we got to hit one of our sponsors. Fresh bottle we don't have. We have an unfresh bottle of Adrenochrome, which we're running out of. We need some more donors. So if you have some kids, unruly nephews or nieces you want to give up to Hillary and Bill's farm,
Euthanization.
I like when you say Hill and Bill.
let's fuck those kids
Yeah,
up.
Hill and Bill.
Hill and Bill. Say it.
Hill and Bill. Yeah, we're on a first name, nickname basis, really. Beyond first name. So, we have a lot to get to. Our guest of the day, I should plug from the top, is the IT guy who worked on Hunter Biden's laptop. Whoa. We all saw some spooky images from Hunter's laptop, and this IT gentleman is coming on to tell us the truth about what happened, because he's saying there's a lot of misconceptions, as there seems to be, with information.
Spooky is the word?
Yeah, I mean, you saw some...
I mean, unsettling?
Yeah, well, you weren't spooked by his person?
Yes,
Hunter?
Yes or no?
You liked it. Well, Giselle, I think,
Wait,
has
do you
a
see...
crush.
Wait, do you see Hunter Biden's... Wee-wee?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, we don't have those
Yeah,
today.
it was
but,
censored, but it is there.
No,
There are uncensored
no,
ones
yeah,
as well.
the
Yeah.
one- yeah.
Yeah.
We have them?
Okay, don't get too excited over there. My goodness.
I'm just asking.
Easy over there, Mike.
And then you're going to just be flicking your bean.
Jeez, Tony.
Tony! Oh, my God.
She's taking a
Pervert.
stress drink.
Well, you kind of set yourself up for that a little bit by talking about Hunter Biden's wee-wee.
As you were.
So, well, we have probably the most important update up front I want to get to.
Madonna?
No, even more important.
Stop.
The saga between Giselle and her secret admirer, who's now known, Daniel. We have an update on Giselle and Daniel. So, Dirk, pull up the first screenshot here. On our last episode, Daniel commented again, and he said, Giselle Muniz. That has quite a ring to it.
He's smooth.
Oh my God, and he defended me?
And he defended you because Kenny made that really awesome fan art of you in your clan hood that you're known to wear around town when you do marches. Daniel didn't like that Kenny portrayed that side of you. So Daniel here said, Kenny, if you make another insulting picture of Giselle Punch Out.
I don't know.
Wow.
I think he was good at the first half with the witty pun, the little clever.
Well, he's physically defending her too.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's good. But the second part seems like a little bit simping, white knighting. I would, if I were him, I would back off a little bit with like the white knight stuff. But we'll go more the clever route. Giselle.
White knight?
Yeah, like
a white guy on a night?
no.
On a night?
On a night?
What's he doing on the
Gay
night?
night? No, like simping or
A white guy on a white horse.
George Washington.
You can't use these cool terms or Zoomer terms with Giselle.
Yeah, that's very true.
Boomer terms?
Zoomer.
Oh my God.
She doesn't even know what Zoomer is.
What's a Zoomer?
Oh my God.
Well, more importantly, are you flattered? What do you feel about? I mean, Daniel wants to put a ring on that.
All right, well, it's
finger.
not an engagement. He's being endearing, and I like it.
But what do you think of the
I mean, I didn't like that
violence
picture
part,
of me.
where he's threatening Kenny? What do you think of that? I gave my input. What do you
Oh,
think?
you don't like the violence aspect.
It's like trying too hard. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be the tough guy protecting the. It's kind of like it just seems a little trying too hard for me. Like, I'm gonna beat you up, buddy. If you talk to my woman again like that, I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm sure this fine gentleman doesn't talk like that, but that's the energy it gives off.
Yeah, but if you were on the streets and another lawyer was trying to talk to your wife like that.
Another lawyer?
They are philanderers.
Well, I would debate the fuck out of him.
Ooh, yeah.
I would beat him.
Ooh.
I'd beat him in a debate, and that's how I win my women.
Well, what's your message to Daniel? You got to send him some message so he knows what to say back.
All right, we'll work on that.
Yeah, I need a second.
All right, think about it. We're revisiting this before we end. So something we skipped a couple times, which was a real detriment to our society, is one of our
community outreach.
famous segments, Community Showcase.
Yes.
Dirk really likes that.
I
Wait,
love this. I love this segment.
were people missing it?
100%.
Yeah.
I'm people, and I missed it.
Society was missing it even more.
Yeah.
So, but this was actually a fan submitted showcase member. So let's not delay any longer. Let's help society. Our community showcase winner today is Gay Blacks.
Yo, this is someone sent this in.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
So
genius.
zoom in on this a
Gay
bit.
blacks?
Yeah, we got Gay Blacks. Is our winner today.
No, it's gay blacks.
Yes, Gay Blacks. There he is.
Exactly, Giselle. Yo,
And I want
No,
to
it's
show
gay blacks.
yes, Gay Blacks.
is our winner today. So this actually goes hand in hand well with last month of Gabe Pride. And I wanted to show my solidarity by wearing this cool Pride shirt and with my Africa hat. I'm a gay black.
Should we start playing Toto's Africa?
Yeah. So
Toto.
let's learn more about gay blacks here.
Oh, we're still on the Gay Blacks.
Well, we got to showcase our winner.
All right.
So he's a sports reporter at USA Today. That's a pretty big job. What else we got? So scroll down, let's see his experience. Sports reporter, which we know Dirk loves sports.
God, I love sports.
Sports assignment editor. This guy can't get enough of sports.
I'm not as gay for sports as this guy.
Yeah. Well, as we know, jocks are often very closeted gays.
This is true.
What's his other? Scroll down. Beat reporter covering Los Angeles Angels.
baseball?
Oh, he's a baseball guy.
I thought with a name like Gay Blacks, he would have been doing basketball
Yeah.
or football.
Well, Luca, as you taught us, that cool white guy took over the NBA. So the NBA
I
is.
didn't. No, I didn't talk about Luca.
Huh?
No, I didn't talk about.
Yes, you did.
No, no. I was talking about Kyrie.
No, but you
I was
mentioned.
talking to you about Luca off.
No. You mentioned Luca as well.
Did I? Mm-hmm. Did I, Giselle? Did I talk about Luca?
I spent 10 hours editing that thing. I know you talked about Luca.
All right.
Education, California State University, Fullerton. Okay, journalism. I don't know if we're gonna find much more interesting about Gabe Lacques. Let's look at his skills, I guess. There's always some meat there sometimes.
Skills?
Yeah.
Show all. He's got 18 skills? Shit.
A lot of skills.
That's good stuff.
Sports coverage, sports media.
Wow, look at all his endorsements.
One of his skills is just sports.
Yeah. All right.
Time management.
Wait, click
He's
it.
just good at time management. Great at managing his time.
Which is ironic because usually blacks
Okay.
are horrible at time management.
Got him.
All right. Well, that was, I guess, our winner. There's really not much else to say about Gabe Lacques. Thank you, Gabe. I hope you really rise to the top here. Now I need wardrobe to fix my hair.
Giselle, that's you.
No.
All right.
That'll
Well,
be hair. Wardrobe is different. Wardrobe is your sexy cardigan.
All right.
so
Stop speaking your the theater jargon. Your film jargon. Because you think you're an expert. now.
yeah, Giselle's been dating. Who's that basketball Knicks guy? Spike Lee.
Oh, pff.
Oh my god.
Giselle's been rubbing elbows with Spike Lee.
The Knicks guy. Yeah.
Isn't that correct? Or is that incorrect? It's not incorrect, or no, it's correct.
No, it's incorrect.
Oh, my mistake. What's not a mistake is there's no mistaking this next segment. Fans also love fan arts.
Whoa. Oh wait, is this the Dirk thing?
Oh, it's the Dirk thing.
How do you know about the Dirk thing?
Because we put a call out last episode.
I didn't know about the Dirk thing.
Yeah, to draw the rest of you with your finger.
That's the one, yeah. So last episode,
Oh wow, shit! I forgot.
an eagle-eyed fan caught Dirk's first on-screen appearance. As you know, nobody knows what Dirk looks like for legal purposes, and because Palestine might get him since he's a
Yeah, I'm
Jew.
afraid of Hamas.
Yeah, Hamas has actually been harassing the show a lot. They picket outside of our studio. They send severed heads of
Dead babies.
Jews and dead baby Jews.
As they do.
Which is really filling up our P.O. box. Our fans keep trying to send stuff in, and the mailman has to turn them away because our mailbox is full of severed Jew heads. But nonetheless, Dirk made his first accidental on-screen appearance of his fingers on screen. So our call to fans was to...
Now everybody knows you're white.
Too much information.
His finger was white.
I think that was obvious though.
Yeah, but we also learned last episode that Dirk is a female, which a lot of people assumed he was male, which is a real faux pas. But Dirk, pull up our next tab here. So this was unrelated to the art, but zoom in on this picture of me. I posted this on X, and I said, getting good advice on the phone with my attorney, Nick Ricada, who also attorneys me privately. Dirk attorneys the show.
Yeah, I'm not happy.
Don't be
about
confused. But you could see there's a gentleman in the mirror looking at me adoringly, and they zoomed in, and this fan, Private Stripper, I think is his name. Scroll up a second. Private Stripper said, Dirk, face reveal? So I thought this was kind of good.
How do you know he's not pervert stripper?
that. I'm pretty sure it's not perfect.
He could be a pervert if he's his thumbnail looks like a military man, doesn't it? Looks like he's saluting the gay
private
flag.
It's supposed to be private stripper.
I like that.
Yeah, so this eagle-eyed fan thought, oh wait, this might be Dirk. It's not, but I want to applaud their ingenuity of
Stealthism.
Yeah,
Stealthism. What are you talking?
that's not Dirk. That's just another Jewish bearded, balding-looking man. A lot of Jews
Another
go
one.
bald. Which
You're not
is
with
pretty
that guy?
interesting.
Well, that's why they wear the yarmulkes.
I am with him, but I don't want to dox him. I'm not going to say who he is, but he is very wanted for many crimes. Look it up. Whoever could figure out who this man is will send you a free mug, which is also on sale now, of forgiveness. George Floyd and Derek Chauvin.
Forgiveness is on sale.
Yeah. So now let's get to the art. So we called out to our fans to make art of Dirk's fingers, continuing from where Dirk's fingers were shown. So let's pull up our first submission here. This was from On the John, user named On the John. So you could see Dirk's fingers there, and then he continued it, and it's actually a really muscular, jacked hand wearing a yarmulke. Let's zoom in on this a bit. Let's get a closer look. Waving.
Wait, that's so good.
That's good.
Giselle's very impressed.
Are we gonna? Is there a winner? Are we gonna send them something?
It's
We
funny.
have a head-to-head showdown. Only 2 submissions came in because I posted it really late in the week.
Okay.
So we have a head-to-head. This is even more
Wow.
exciting. It's on the
Wait, so
John
the
versus someone else. So it's like Roe v. Wade kind of
1, 2.
clash right now. Go on. What? What are you counting?
The fingers.
Yeah. Why are there only 3? It's going.
There's a lot of questions to be asked about.
Yeah, he only has 4 fingers.
No, he's got 5. The feet.
that what you're-
the
is that what you
feet
guys are
are
worrying
the
about?
ring and the pinky.
Oh, so that's 6 then.
No, it's. Oh yeah. Wait.
Oh my God, you guys.
Wow. Well, Mexicans can't count, as we know.
Yeah,
they,
it's either 4 or 6.
no,
And what
it's
is
6.
he sitting on? A log or a wiener?
I mean,
You just can't get Hunter's cock out of your head. Why is he waving though? Does Dirk why would Dirk be waving? That's what I don't get.
this guy was on something.
He has a
know, but
hands wave.
I'd like to point out how detailed the chiseled torso is.
It's so
with the abs
good.
and the chest, but then everything else is really hastily. Like the guy took his time drawing the chiseled abs, but then hastily drew the rest of it.
It's actually kind of an interesting art style because usually art is
Yeah.
either realist or abstract.
It's both.
This is combining both. That's kind of a cool concept, actually.
This guy's a genius.
Yeah, he invented a new art style in the 21st century. So that's pretty. I mean, we got to factor that in, I guess. He invented an entire new art movement. Giselle,
Just All
you like art?
Yeah.
Cool.
right, next.
All right, next. So that was On the John. This next user is Matt Fraser, who's submitted before, and he's always awesome. He's a favorite of mine.
No way.
Look at it. Well, wait, zoom out a second. Let's get a full look, and then we'll. This is
It's
very.
actually really good.
This knocked my socks off when I saw this.
This is AI.
This is
AI generated.
This is going to be hard to beat.
No, well, this is AI generated, 100%.
But he had to put a lot of like prompts in and stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
look,
like-
there's a lot of details.
Like
let's
Jewish
So
ginger
cool.
guy coming out of a tunnel.
let's analyze. There's a lot of details.
Put the
here.
cat. Why is everyone put the cat?
Yeah, last time I think his art last time submitted a you with a cat.
Oh,
and
it was the same person?
this is Matt Fraser.
Oh, because wait, we joked about you being a ginger.
Well, that's
Yes.
what, because that was, what's her name?
Toasty made you a ginger Jew, and he's following that arc.
So it's canon now.
Yeah, he's following the canon arc of it. Yes, which you got to factor in. He's watching and living up to the canon. So let's zoom in. Let's look at these details. This is pretty, and look at Giselle's face, like really loving this too. Looking at Dirk's fingers.
Yeah,
Just
she-
loving
You
it.
look like you're modeling. You're like, hey, I have a phone call at 4 o'clock. Let me just,
For what? Gap Kids
yeah, something like that. Look
or
at you.
Balenciaga?
Like Johnny Depp.
Giselle loves Balenciaga's politics more than their clothes, which I found odd.
If someone's going to be into child porn, it's going to be you, not me.
Busted.
Okay, so what's the significance of the cat? You probably
don't
went
know.
over this.
Someone.
Well, remember.
Cat was in the other one
Yes.
with the wallet and the money.
I don't know.
I don't have a cat though. I don't know why.
I don't know. I don't know the significance of the cat, but the cat is continuity from the last art. So this is
Is this the Lord telling you to get a cat?
It's not the Lord. It's not the Lord.
Who is it?
Okay.
BB Netanyahu.
Fraser?
Yeah. So look at this. We got Ginger Dirk with his blowout Jew curls, his fingers perfectly, seamlessly. Even if this is AI, the seamless transition of your actual fingers.
It's insane.
Of course, this is AI.
No, let's give Matt Fraser some.
Yeah, but how?
respect.
Okay, how did he do this? How is this even
He
possible?
painted this in the Louvre.
Painted? Dude, this
is an oil painting.
Dude, this is like an image.
No, Matt Fraser he's a famous oil painter.
Famous.
So let's scroll down. Let's
It's
see what
so
else we
good.
got. There's more. There's the cat with the identical matching Jew fur. And we
Coming
got
out of the tunnel.
Dirk popping out of the Jew tunnel, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, which is a really huge update for the show here. So, I mean, I love this. This is almost unbeatable. On the Johns, I love too, and appreciate him sending it in. But I guess Dirk has to choose the winner since this is his fingers in question.
Very different directions.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but it's not. This is on a whole other level, though. This is so good that it can't even be put in the running. Like, it's not even.
Yeah.
It's not even in the debate. So I have to go with this one.
What?
No, I'm saying it's beyond. It's like it shouldn't even be in the contest.
Well, hold on. Well, the winner wins merch. So you're gonna say Matt Fraser doesn't even deserve.
Okay, hold on a second.
Well, it's up to you.
Okay, so let's see what they did. This guy put in very detailed prompts into AI. Sure. This guy spent a lot more time on these abs.
And you were flattered by the abs.
Yeah, but you know how much time the person who did the AI had to spend grooming?
Grooming what? You're going to use that word on the show?
Grooming? Yeah, who are they grooming?
Yeah, what are they grooming? All right, next.
Grooming the AI?
Grooming. What, since it was a
Yeah,
child?
since the birth of AI, they've been grooming it. I mean, it's so good, I believe. He was grooming
to
this.
spend a lot of time.
From the dawning of AI, he was grooming this to make such an incredible...
You didn't have to
All right,
spend
wait,
a lot of time.
correct my terminology then. If it's
I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to say. I don't think you know what you're trying to say either.
Okay, you can't just right? The first time you have sex.
Oh, what the fuck are you doing?
Well,
You
see where
can't-
she's going.
You're not going to get it right the first time.
I disagree, but go on.
You're going to have to, if it's not the word groom, you're going to have to practice and put the time and the effort in to get it right.
Well, Dirk disagrees that you can get it. He thinks you can get it right on the first time.
Of course you can.
Because his rabbi taught him from a very young age during his bris.
Whoa.
I mean,
That's
A lot of personal information to put out there.
That's my fan fiction.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, what are you saying?
I'm saying that I appreciate that.
go ahead.
What do you
you're saying.
appreciate? I mean, you should know what you appreciate.
I'm recognizing
Okay.
that this individual probably has had to spend a lot of time with their AI to produce these
Yeah.
extreme dead ass
Yes.
results.
I don't know about that. Can't you just go on a site and
No. Well, yeah, as someone who's made many AI things, it actually takes many prompts. I can never make something this good, even with what I've done.
You're saying this guy probably wrote like a paragraph.
Or he just has
And a lot of trial and error. It probably took a while, yeah.
right,
That's
and
what
that
I'm
he's
saying.
probably worked on many projects, and it's now tailored to who he is and his art style.
I mean, you guys are really defending this guy.
I'm
Well-
just saying, no, it's your pick. I'm just saying.
I mean, I
what's
don't
his
know
name?
AI because I'm an old soul. So
Yeah.
AI
What's his
is
name?
beyond me.
Matt Fraser did this
Matt
one.
Fraser, you're in it to win it.
I actually can't. I can't choose. This is too hard.
Well, Dirk wants on the John. I mean, it's up to you. Don't let us sway you.
Yeah,
We're just
exactly.
saying that
I'm just
AI
saying
is
I
not.
I'm thinking about the
appreciate-
work. How much work was put in? That's what I want to see. Because I'm a hard worker.
So it's either a lot of prompt work or actual hand
pen and paper.
artwork.
I mean, the way my thinking is this guy took longer to draw these chiseled abs
He was really
than this guy took to type into an
It's
AI.
possible.
Right.
It's possible.
So, like the same way your wife spends the time in the kitchen making the meal is very different than you coming home from a hard days of work.
Didn't you learn anything from our last
Hold
feminist
on,
episode?
let her finish.
Okay.
She's cooking right now.
And she got Uber Eats.
Yeah, there's a big difference. That's my point.
Okay.
I-
So what's
I
the
wanna-
verdict?
Even if wherever we got ordered from was better, I would still prefer the home cooked meal because it was made with love and care.
Even if it was macaroni and peas made with oil.
Okay, never mind. I'm going with this guy's.
Well, what's the verdict? Who won?
Can you play some building music for him to make his decision?
Building. Ooh.
Who won? Number 1 on the John,
Is it the Uber Eats?
or number 2,
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats.
Matt Fraser.
Home cooked meal by Tradwife, waifu, or I gotta go with the first one. That's
right.
what my gut is saying.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I know
Okay.
this is amazing. This is incredible. Sorry, brother. But it's actually too good.
But keep
It's like- it's like-
submitting. Keep
no,
submitting.
Of course, keep submitting. But it's like when Les Claypool tried out for Metallica.
Uh-huh.
It's like, dude, bro, you're too good. That's what this is like. This is like Les Claypool.
Yeah. So Metallica famously told Les Claypool he was too good for Metallica when he auditioned for bass. So that's fair. Matt Fraser is too good, therefore On the John won, which, all right, we love On the John too, so thank you. Our winner, On the John, with the Dirk Finger Contest, head-to-head battle.
Finger contests.
Now, Dirk is merely an appendage of the 9/11 is gay hand.
Okay.
There's also me and Giselle and Dirk, and all of us together are spreading internationally at an unprecedented rate.
As a team.
So, if you all recall, we became incredibly famous in Russia with our Jew mattress interview with David Saltzman, the tunnel Jew.
David Saltzman.
And bizarrely, in the past few weeks, our Jew tunnel mattress clip spread globally incredibly with 1 million+ views. So let's acknowledge all of the new countries that 9/11 is gay is now prominent in the media in.
They really put you to work that day, Tony.
Yeah. Well, we always knew the Jews would take us to the top. And ironically, they're not in the top, they're underground in the tunnels. But that's Giselle, and she sees a Jew popping out of the sewer grate.
Getting a little excited.
So let's pull up our next tab here. So we
I
have
think I look a little thinner.
what we
there.
need here is Google Translate, because pull up our next tab. We have a lot of evidence here, as you can see on screen, of 9/11 is gay in many
Whoa.
countries. So here we are in China.
Shadow of Ezra?
That's a channel who shared our Jew mattress clip. And then this is a Chinese gentleman who shared it in his own language.
Get out of town.
So we have a translation from China now. They said David Saltzman, a member of the Chabad Lubavitch Synagogue in Brooklyn, New York, where the underground tunnel was discovered earlier this year, admitted on a podcast that rituals were being held underground. He said the mattress was dirty because rituals were being performed on the corpse to resurrect the Savior. Cool. That was from China.
Very
we're
cool.
Huge in China. Pull up. Yeah. So here we are from France. David Saltzman, a member of the Chabad Lubavitch Synagogue, where underground tunnels were discovered, admits in a podcast that blood rituals were performed underground on corpses to bring back their Messiah. It turns out creamy.
Creamy? When do we use that word?
I think he's using that word.
Yeah, I don't know why he said creamy, but
Wait. Creamy like juicy? Like something's juicy, it's
I don't know.
hot.
It's translated from French. They say weird shit.
And what is that emoji? Is that a hard hat?
yeah, I guess for
The tunnel?
tunnels, yeah. So for context, the clip
And it turns out
the clip
creamy.
is our clip of David Saltzman talking about blood rituals they do to bring back their Jewish Messiah underground on a mattress. So that's what everyone's talking about. Imperialism Germany.
Oh boy.
What?
There we go. German on the left, and the translation on the right is a resident New York Jew talks about the tunnels found in New York, yada, yada, yada. All right, they're pretty much just describing what the clip is. But so that's Germany. Let's pull up our next country. Maybe we don't need to translate all of them, but
Germany.
France, Germany.
Who's this now?
This is Italy. No, this is Italian. So we're in Italy now, too. Let's go to the next tab. We're now huge. Here we go. Mexico, where Giselle reigns from. Right? Your family who jumped the border before Trump could stop you. And last but not least, Russia, where we originally blew up in. So we're in like 7 or 8 countries now. And probably the best country of all is next. Dirk, pull up this news clip we were in from our favorite country, Israel.
What?
Israeli News Live. We appeared on this guy's channel, 400,000 subscribers.
I think Charles sent this to me here, Charles Hodge. Check him out on Twitter there. David Saltzman and a member of Chabad Lubavitch Synagogue in Brooklyn, New York, where underground tunnels were discovered earlier this year, admitted on a podcast that rituals are being performed underground. Rituals, what they believe, to resurrect the Messiah. Listening to some of this, very disturbing.
It's playing a clip of us now.
Too long. There was one more viral image going around, and this is the one everyone's been talking about. Is this, Dirk just pulled up on screen, stained mattress that was pulled out of the tunnel being carried by members of the synagogue. So there's a lot of crazy conspiracy theories. I don't want to go down any tasteless rabbit holes. But David, if you could, explain why was there a mattress in the tunnels and what is this stain? A lot of folks are wondering, is this stain feces?
No, it's not feces.
What
The
is
stain is blood, and basically we did rituals. I said that before. There were some rituals that we do in the tunnels, and sometimes the rituals might involve someone who recently died, and we'll bring them down there, and we're trying to do a ritual to bring back the Messiah, which is a Schneerson, if you heard about him on the news. So he died many years ago, but we have rituals that we believe we can bring him back. And so...
so how do these rituals
Was that the main guy who was sort of instructing on the tunnels?
Well, that was a long time. He's like the head rabbi, and he's the guy that we look for direction.
Right, and the news was saying that he is potentially not passed on.
Right, that's right. So we don't know that, so we try to do rituals to try to
bring him back.
Correct.
There you go. Rituals.
There you go.
Pretty weird, to say the least. Anyway, I'm Stephen Benoon.
All right, so that's that in Israeli news. So we're huge in Israel now. Very cool. But even bigger and cooler than that. Oh, here's some comments. That 9/11 neon sign in the back is ... bizarre. If you don't understand what really happened on that day.
Wait, what?
Wow.
What is that supposed to mean?
He's saying that the dancing Israelis knocked those towers down.
Wait, hold on. The neon sign?
Yeah, the 9/11 is gay sign.
Yeah, but what does that have to do? What does that have to do with anything?
Can you click the replies too? Look at how many comments are here.
On 9/11, Israelis got a text message not to go to work at the World Trade Center that day.
Oh.
Jeez.
Whoa. Well, if Israel had to knock the Twin Towers down, I'm sure they had a really good reason. So I stand by it. So there's one final, if we're done with the comments here, news piece of us in the media. Let's click on the next tab. So in France, we got this French news article by Guy Bouillon, written about us in French.
What?
Bouillon. Yeah, a whole news article. So Dirk, on the bottom right, you can see this is written in French, but we want to translate it to English so we can read it. On the bottom right of this website page, there's translate. Click that. Click American flag.
It doesn't say anything about 9/11 is gay.
Yes, it does. Well,
It does?
Let's take this slowly. So the headline. Let's read the headline.
Just be patient, Giselle.
Go up, Dirk. Go to the top.
Oh my God.
David Saltzman, a member of the Chabad Lubavitch Hasidic sect, talks about rituals performed in the Brooklyn synagogue tunnel. So it's a long article. Let's scroll down to the part where he starts talking about us. More importantly, scroll down. There's an image of us at one point.
Oh, there's more.
Wait. Is there a button to read more? Wait, what happened? All right, well, good thing I took screenshots of it. So here's the article. We could read some of it. On January 24th, 2024, the channel There Goes the Neighborhood received an interview with a man named David Saltzman, a member of the Hasidic Chabad Jews, who very clumsily tried to explain the reasons for the existence of the tunnels under the Brooklyn synagogue. This is the most absurd and crazy interview I have ever seen in my entire life.
Nice.
That's a feather in our cap.
Mission accomplished.
Not because of the young hosts, Tony Peck and Giselle Montenegro. We're young. That's a nice compliment. But because of this regular from the tunnels of Crown Heights who tells nonsense and lies in abundance. At first listen, You might even think it's a parody. In any case, we can say that David Saltzman's words sow more doubts than they alleviate. For example, when he claims that the tunnels were dug as a spy system, quote, if we dig the tunnels deep enough and go under a lot of buildings, we can basically listen more carefully to what the neighbors are saying. We can notify the city. If we hear something dangerous, we can notify the NYPD and they could do whatever they need to do afterward.
Batman.
So further on, he will give another equally crazy reason for the existence of these tunnels. These are said to have been created with the aim of converting Christians to Judaism, what he calls, quote, Goy conversion therapy. Quote, as we pronounce verses of the Torah and different Bible verses, messages pass through the sewer grates and are broadcast into the air. Anyone passing by will hear these sounds, but they don't see anything. They just listen to them. It's rather subliminal. You can call it subliminal advertising. He says, it feels like a dream. Well, the writer of this article is saying this interview feels like a dream. However, you should know that Jews never seek to convert non-Jews. This is confirmed by the editors of the Chabad Lubavitch movement themselves, who write in the Study and Values chapter of their official website, Jews do not seek to convert others and even discourage those who express interest in conversion. So what, was David Saltzman lying to us? Was this not really a reason for the Jew tunnels, or is this French journalist onto something? Very interesting. So let's
Muy interesante.
pull up the next part of this article, next screenshot. So he has a clip of our video from our actual channel, I think. So thank you for doing that, Mr. French.
Who's Mr. French?
He said, among the available reports is this video which shows a member of the synagogue crawling through a manhole like a rat leaving the ship before a shipwreck. Jesus.
Wow.
Come on, Guy. So, continuing in the article here, Guy says, do you want to laugh like me when hearing these explanations? It's clear to me that this man and this community have something scandalous to hide. As one internet user writes on X, this is what we call a limited conference. They know they are caught and therefore must divulge part of the truth to avoid the real truth. So they deploy this false explanation. So that's what they're saying David Saltzman did when being interviewed by us. So pull up the next screenshot. Let's see if there's anything more interesting. So he gets more into the ritual itself. And we don't have to read all this. He starts talking about Bible verses, Deuteronomy, King James Bible. Pull up the next screenshot. Divination, witchcraft, spiritism, abominations before God. So Saltzman's got some explaining. We should have David Saltzman back on the reply to this article, maybe. Because there's a lot of slander from Guy, really saying a lot of mean things about David Saltzman, who we love. Pull up the next screenshot if there's anything interesting here. He gets into the underground footage, the Tibetan Book of the Dead, which David Saltzman was brought on during our interview.
Put way too much time into it.
Yeah, it's a very long article.
Christ.
So pull up the next. I think there's probably one screenshot left, but so he gets into the Tibetan Book of the Dead, Timothy Leary, LSD trips. You could read. You could pause it and read if the audience is interested. You could pause it yourself and read, but we're not going to read all this. Point is, Guy in France wrote this cool international article.
You can put the article in the link in the episode.
Yeah, I'll do that too. But yeah, we're
Such a
huge.
nice guy.
We're huge all over the world, and apparently in France they're not very happy with David. So maybe we should have Guy on remotely from France to talk to David Saltzman in studio. That'd be a fun debate.
Wow.
Maybe we should set that up.
The thing is, the link doesn't have anything.
I don't know why that happened. I'll have to look into that.
He deleted it.
There was way more. But
that's cool.
yeah, so we're beyond just Russia now. We're international like crazy. So, while 9/11 is gay, the show keeps expanding. Unfortunately, Giselle's waistline is also expanding at an unprecedented rate. So if we could really get serious right
Tony,
now.
I'm not having this conversation. Like, I'm just not.
Well, we are with the whole world. France is listening intently. Guy's probably going to write a 10-page article about this weight gain right now.
This is so stupid.
No, it's not. This is important because I think it's time we address, we're deep enough into the show, we got to address the elephant in the room, which is this literal elephant in the room. Giselle is
I thought you were supposed to be
now.
my lawyer. Listen, this wasn't in the script.
just said
Why
that's
are we
horrible.
even talking about this?
I just said that's horrible. I was defending you. I said that's horrible, Tony.
Well, this really isn't meant to be horrible. This is...
The listeners don't want to listen to this. Oh my God. Okay, the Emmy goes to Tony. Can we just wrap up now?
No. Because we got to have an intervention. Even more... And this is how every intervention victim acts when they get
Starts
cornered.
with this stupid music.
Yeah, they lash out. They get angry at the people trying to help them. And
I'm not even being angry. I'm just being factual.
You're being a little angry.
You're very
I am
angry.
not.
And
You're
me
also being factual and angry.
Me and Dirk want to help you because gaining weight is very
Okay,
dangerous.
pay me more money.
No, because
so
you're
you
just
can
gonna
buy more food?
Yes, that's what every junkie does. They spend all the money they get on their addiction, and you're addicted
This is so stupid.
to food and Ambien. So I really want to have a heart-to-heart with you right now, even though your heart might give out any second because it's your arteries are all fucked up. But it's not good to be fat because this is a visual medium we're in, and visual medium is an art, and there's nothing artistic about being fat. And we have to please our viewers who are all horned up for you. They look forward every week to tuning in, to seeing that Giselle body that
Wait,
they...
Can you stand up?
Yeah, let's...
No, I'm not getting. No, I'm not
the
getting.
Get
up.
up.
No, I'm not
Let's
getting
show
up.
the camera.
I'm not getting up.
They probably can't even appreciate just how...
Why don't
Tony,
you get up?
Tony, double her
Why
pay.
don't you get up?
Double her pay.
I'll
if she
double your
stands up.
pay if you
Why
stand
don't
up.
you get up and see if we get more subscribers
How about you
based
both get
on
up?
your
Tony, get up.
pod?
All right, I'll get up and you get up. I'll double your pay for the day if you
Take
stand
your
up.
cardigan off.
Fine.
Do you want to wear his cardigan?
No.
Yeah, don't rip the seams out of it. I love this cardigan.
I know, he wears it every episode.
So stand your...
No.
Because you can't, because you weigh too much, but let's get a
All right,
forklift and try.
Stop.
Can you just stand up so we can go eat?
Whoa. Let's turn. Let's...
Don't touch me.
Whoa. Let's get a profile shot.
You fucking stand up.
I
Okay.
stand for.
Let the users see your bod.
My plugs are... I'm gay and fit now. I'm on Richard Simmons' program. I'll show them a profile shot.
No,
of
you're
his
gonna make
gut.
me quit this episode. Stop it.
Nope. All right, well, they probably got enough of a visual. But while Giselle really gained a lot of weight, I lost my cool off camera again.
Oh, like every fucking day?
Yes. I made another blooper, and I'm sorry about that. But to own up to my mistakes like I did last time when I kicked your ass in the hallway, I don't know, let's just play the video for the audience and let them see what I did. Thanks a lot, audience. All right, let's roll the clip. Giselle? Giselle? Filming in 5 minutes again. Are you in here? Hello? Giselle? You better not be sneaking food in there again. I thought I told you about this. Open up. Open up. I fucking knew it. You're eating fucking fast food again, like I told you not to get fat, because our viewers don't like that. How the hell is our... Get that out of your fucking head. How are our viewers supposed to get all horned up when you're eating fucking fast food? You think I actually wanted a girl on this show? You're here solely to be eye candy, and our fans can't get... Yeah, forget this fucking thing. We got bigger problems on hand. Our fans pay more money when they're all hot and horned up, but not if you're looking like this fat piece of shit. Now spit that fucking food out. Spit it out. You're supposed to be our cash cow, and now you're just a cow. If you were at least pregnant, we could have did a bit and have you give an abortion right on air. And I know you're not pregnant because you're PMSing all the time.
You want one last bite before you go, bitch? Get your ass up. I did you the liberty of getting you Ozempic.
What?
So now,
No, Tony.
You want to keep eating?
No.
Now you can keep eating.
No.
You can keep eating, and I'm gonna Ozempic your ass. Now, clean this shit up. You're the Mexican. We're filming in 5 minutes.
So, as you can see, I lost my cool, but it was kind of cool that I did that because I think you deserved that, right?
Deserve taking a fucking lunch break that you never account for. You're just like, oh, whatever, Giselle. You're just fucking, you'll clean the studio. You'll sweep. You'll take the garbage out. You'll clean the bathroom. You'll
Is he wrong?
Yeah.
help write the script. You'll help organize everything. And then on top of it, I can't even get a fucking lunch break.
All right, you don't do that much. Let's be like honest.
You don't even provide me with a lunch room or a lunch table.
You need a lunch trough the way you're eating, but I guess my real question is what I did to you, did that
All right, I don't want to talk about this.
No, but did that help?
It helped me, yeah, maybe think about our relationship a little bit more and maybe how it's not working.
Well, as you saw on video, I gave Giselle her first dose of Ozempic. And before we go to break, I think I want to give her another dose. And everyone knows that, like, on the 10th dose or so, I stabbed her, like, at least 9 times in the video. If we give her a 10th dose, she might finally thin down so you guys watching could get horned up again, which I know is the reason you're here.
How long does that usually take? Well,
To get horned up or to...
No,
Oh my God.
To lose weight
All right.
from Ozempic.
I like a half hour,
10
so
minutes.
I'm gonna, before we take a break, I'm gonna give Giselle her final dosage of Ozempic. Hopefully she slims down for you guys, and we'll be right back with more 9/11 is gay. The Ozempic worked. Giselle looks hot again. Wait, what?
No, that's she's in the city and people are beeping at her.
Oh, you're
She's
getting
so hot.
catcalled.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you're calling me a dump truck.
No.
You were. Now you're getting catcalled like crazy.
You live in the city. You know what it's like. Guy
Yeah.
drives by, honks at you.
So thank you, Ozempic, for making Giselle hot again. So now that we're back, we gotta pay the bills because we had to widen all of our doorways actually and spent all of our funds so Giselle can fit into the studio.
Jeez, you're just all over the fucking place.
Audio's been wild.
So our sponsor of the day is the Alan Dershowitz Law Firm. Let's read. We at the Alan Dershowitz Law Firm would like to issue an apology.
This is going to be 10 minutes long, isn't it?
We know we were recently in some hot water from being associated with Jeffrey Epstein and getting massages from underage girls, though we did keep our underwear on. But that is why we are now making a new pledge. When we defend you, you can guarantee we'll always sometimes keep our underwear on. Our list of practices include family law, business law, and criminally defending ourselves against claims of sexual misconduct. The Dershowitz Law Firm is committed to serving you. We offer a free in-person legal consultation where we'll always usually keep our underwear on. If you're a minor in need of legal defense, The Dershowitz law team always comes prepared. We'll never be caught with our pants down all the time. So call today and see what Alan Dershowitz can do to you. I mean, for you. Thank you. Alan Dershowitz, friend of the show. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show here, last month was Gay Pride Month. And unfortunately, Giselle really had a field day again. I wore this cool shirt in solidarity with the gays. Giselle made some tweets, not in solidarity. So now's the time for the segment called Cross-Examination of Giselle's X account. So let's look at what Giselle said this time. Go to the first. Giselle said, yesterday, just woke up from my last Ambien bender. Missed the entire gay month of June. Welp, here I go. Pill, pill, pill. So let's see what she's alluding to. Let's pull up her first or second tweet, I guess. Giselle's first tweet is a pack of gays called a pride. This is kind of a, you gotta know like animal knowledge for this one, right?
This is an intellectual joke, yes.
Explain it, Dirk.
I don't know, aren't lions called prides?
Yeah, I think lions are called prides. It's kind of more of an observation than something bad, so that was actually good. I mean, Giselle's off to a good start. It's not really rude or mean.
Yes.
But let's go to her next tweet. Let's see if she redeems herself or goes off the rails.
I think we know.
Giselle just said, I think gay fags love clothing so much because they spend so much time in the closet. As we know, gays have a great fashion sense.
I disagree with this one.
Why?
Because if someone, like, if you're gonna call someone that, they probably like come out of it. So they're not really spending a lot of time in the closet.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe they used to,
but I don't think her intentions were so innocent as yours are. Dirk is Jewish, they're always innocent. That's in their DNA. But let's pull up Giselle's next tweet. Christ!
We're gonna send you to soundboard school.
I know all gays go to hell, but how's a pitchfork in their ass a punishment? Giselle,
Tony,
you're really raunchy on this
I
one.
didn't write this.
The Ambien did? What? The pharmaceutical company? Who are you blaming here?
Blaming Big Pharma.
Gotta take a look in the mirror. This is who's tweeting these things.
Oh, shout out to the new lamp.
Yeah, we got a new lamp. That was from HomeSense on sale for $9.99. But let's not distract from this criminal to the left of me, stage right. Let's see Giselle's next tweet.
Did you notice how flat your hair looked in that image?
Huh? Oh, with David Saltzman?
Yeah.
I know, I thought the same
Your hair
thing.
was so flat.
Looked horrible. I needed a gay fag to do my hair.
Stop saying that!
But you scared them all away.
Oh my God.
Well, next tweet. So Giselle posted a news article here. We love news and information here on the Information Show. But this article here says the transgender community is facing a silent genocide in the UK. And Giselle said,
What did
scroll
I
up a little
say?
more. Damn, usually my favorite part is hearing their genocide. Christ almighty. And whoever Dirk worships.
The Lord.
You need to confess to the Lord after making this tweet. So you like hearing gays have a genocide, right?
Next.
You just don't like the part about it being silent. That's what I'm gathering. You like the genocide, you don't like how it's silent.
Yeah. What noises do you specifically like to hear from the gay genocide?
That's just sadistic. That's like psychopathic.
What's your favorite noise of the gay genocide? That's the silent genocide. No, we want to know the audible genocide. All right, let's go to our next tweet.
Wait, what did this guy say?
Oh, we got a
my
comment
God.
from Troglodyte. You really trying to get us kicked off the air? All right, on a
What
long.
does that mean?
Well, let's read this quote. He said, "Quote: On a long enough timeline, the survival rate for everyone drops to 0. Half that for fellas who dress like gals." Fight Club.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
moving on.
Is that wait? That's actually a quote from them.
Doesn't sound like it.
I don't
is.
remember that,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't recall that either.
Oh, Tyler Durden.
What's that have to
said
do
it?
with this article? Though?
Well, I mean, transgenders. He's saying.
Oh, that
live
gays
less.
drop to 0, their survival
This
rate
isn't
drops to
talking
0.
about gays, fucker.
Trans.
Jesus, get it right.
No, they're all the same to me
Nah.
because I love them all equally.
I love that you called him fucker.
Let's see Giselle's final tweet
Oh
here.
my God.
Wait, you won't say that word on you'll say anything on the show, but you won't say that. But I won't say that.
I'd probably have to like censor it on YouTube. I don't know.
What word did you
Yeah, but-
say, Dirk?
The word Dirk? No. Synonym for Dirk, yes. Dirk's people. All right, let's see your final tweet here. Another news article. Nice. So Giselle posted this article saying, "The fight to decolonize queer identity." Okay, so what did Giselle comment on this? She said, "Now if only these filthy gays would decolonize queer identity." Because they take it up the ass, which is my favorite place for them to take it.
Don't even get me started on asses.
I don't know. Well, how about let's get you
Wait,
started
hold
on
on.
asses.
Yeah, get
What's your
started.
take on asses?
Yeah, get started.
Why?
Yeah,
How do you feel about
what do you have to
asses?
say about asses?
Yeah, what do you mean?
I can't talk about it.
Nothing.
Nothing.
You have war PTSD with asses?
No.
No.
Interesting. All right. Well, that was Giselle's past 24 hours. Really not very prideful of Gay Pride Month. But she's looking damn good. Look at this waistline. So before we get to our guest of the day, you wanted to talk about
Well,
Gwyneth
asses.
Asses.
Oh.
Let's get her started on asses.
You
For our
her
next
started. She's
segment
gotta take
called Asses.
Well, I specifically want to talk about what comes out of the asses.
it. Okay. Oh, I see where she's going with this.
All right.
Diarrhea.
Whoa.
Play something good.
All right. Well, tell us about diarrhea and asses, Giselle. You're the resident Mexican. You guys have
Yeah, and now I'm the residential.
colon issues a lot with
Ozempic.
your Mexican Taco Bell food.
No, Ozempic.
Ozempic. What about Ozempic?
So apparently, Gwyneth Paltrow had a house guest, and that house guest is a celebrity. And that celebrity,
New York socialite.
socialite, yes. And apparently, this is what is going around in the rumor sector of the world.
Love
that
the rumor
Gwyneth
sector.
Paltrow spoke to Oprah Winfrey and Jerry Seinfeld and shared that Derek Blasberg,
They're going to say Derek Chauvin.
oh my
One
God,
of your favorite celebrities, socialites.
and apparently he had explosive diarrhea at Gwyneth Paltrow's house in the bed and left before cleaning it up.
Oh, hell no. So we got a news article here describing this situation. Headline, Gwyneth Paltrow's bestie bowel blowout explained. So what's the details on this? Derek Blasberg is the socialite in question. So he was diarrhea-ing?
Yes, and blamed it on Ozempic.
Oh, dude, look at this cringe joke.
Oh, no.
See this?
Derek Blasberg, more like Derek Blast Turd. Am I right? Ooh.
That's bad, man.
That's bad. Very bad. Who wrote this?
I just checked his
Culture.
Instagram because I did read something that was saying like around 4th of July he hadn't posted.
Well, zoom in a second. The writer of this article is Rebecca Alter. We know women can't write jokes. Giselle taught us that on one of her cross-examination segments where you were blasting female comedians. So this is kind of evidence in Giselle's favor that women can't write jokes.
One of her areas is comedy.
Yeah, she covers comedy with a rag, so none of it can be exposed to the world. All right. So
apparently that it is one of the side effects of taking Ozempic is that you can feel nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and constipation.
Pull up the next tab. I think we have another article. So Ozempic causes all these problems. There's Gwyneth Paltrow. That's her house where the diarrhea took place.
Oh, yeah, because it was like a mystery. No one knew. They just knew that there was like a diarrhea.
They knew there was diarrhea. They didn't know who.
They knew there was diarrhea in the bed.
Uh-huh. And it was this guy, Derek Blast Turd. Ugh, I don't even want to say that.
Yeah, why did you say it?
I don't know. It's gay as hell.
But why are they saying that he didn't clean it up?
Because maybe he didn't clean it up.
But you're saying why didn't he clean it up?
Yeah, like wouldn't that be easy? You just like roll up the sheets
because he's
and
an
throw
entitled
it away.
New York City socialite
Who just leaves their diarrhea.
He's a 42-year-old writer.
At least when Amber Heard, she was leaving the turd on purpose, and at least it was hard.
So there's, so yeah, exactly. That was more of a gag that Amber Heard did. But you're saying they're blaming it on Ozempic. We just injected Giselle with an elephant's dosage of Ozempic. You're probably diarrheaing all over this place.
Well, I'll leave it for you to clean up if that's the case.
No, that's the Mexican's job. Anything else on this?
Well, you were just saying how this guy should clean up his own mess. You're just saying you don't have to?
You're entitled now telling me you're not cleaning up your diarrhea either.
Wait, she's a New York City socialite too.
Yeah, wait, you're from Brooklyn.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's from Queens.
Whatever.
Yeah, you're acting like a queen. You want all your servants to clean up your shit. Groom of the stool is what they call it in England.
They do.
So
what I have to look forward to then is all of those things plus Ozempic face.
Yeah, describe Ozempic face. What is that?
Ozempic face is a term. I think there's an actual, maybe a doctor. I don't want to quote this incorrectly, but
Please
a person who.
You're on the right show.
Well, I mean, who came up with the term Ozempic face, and it's used to describe what happens when you start usage. And I think some really good examples of Ozempic face are people like Scott Disick, Sharon Osbourne, and Jessica Simpson.
All right, so first let's look at this model. So zoom in on this a bit,
Yeah.
Dirk. So they're showing a before on the left and a after Ozempic on the right. They're saying, let's see, a hollowed out appearance.
Which to me means skeletal, right?
Okay, yeah. Increased signs of aging, wrinkles, lines, loss of fat, which can lead to skin becoming loose and sad.
Oh yeah, like
what
the
is this, a
line.
Chinese translation? So let's go back to the previous.
Yeah, like the
tab.
mouth line.
They had some celebrity examples.
Is
I saw.
more predominant, and then like around the eye.
Yeah, Dirk, jump to the tab next to this on the left. So click on that celebrity one. Yeah. So let's zoom in on these.
Oh, is
Ozempic
that John
freaks.
Goodman?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's doing it too. Like he cares. Oh, here we go. We got a before and after. This is nice. All right, so zoom in on these. Scott Disick. Who is that? Who's Scott
That's
Disick?
Kourtney Kardashian's
Oh.
He's nobody.
So he was
first
kind of
boyfriend.
fat, not as fat as Giselle was. But then on the right, you can see after Ozempic, yeah, he's very skeletal, sunken in, dead eyes.
Why did this guy have to? Was he
He was big.
Oh.
All right, let's see who else.
He was depressed though.
Jessica Simpson. We remember her, a hottie from the 2000s.
I mean, she looks terrible in both photos.
She looks like she has about 1.5 brain cells operating.
on the left, and then on the right, she has what?
There's better pictures of her. There's actually better pictures of her on the internet.
But she was
with
kind of
Ozempic
heavy.
face.
Yeah, but look how dumb she
Yeah.
is. Like, she looks like her brain is her skull is completely vacant.
Pretty round, and then on the right, we got a skeletal, sunken-in corpse.
Yep.
Well, I mean, yeah, the eyes is the real telling thing for me. It's very deathly looking.
Yeah. Why?
Now we got Sharon Osbourne, the mother of the Osbournes. She wasn't
No,
even
I
that
think
fat.
I don't know when this article is from, but she looks way worse now.
Okay.
She's under 100 pounds at this
She
point.
looks worse than this.
So
Yes.
let's pull up Sharon.
Find it.
Let's do Sharon Osbourne Ozempic, I guess.
And she's telling people to not use it.
She's anti-Ozempic now.
Oh yeah, because she used it for 4 months. She lost 40 pounds. She's now under 100 pounds in total, and she is having a hard time gaining the weight back.
All right, that's a good one. Zoom in on this. I mean, that's probably as bad as she'll look, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, zoom in on this. So Sharon Osbourne took Ozempic. She's under 100 pounds. Zoom in on this fucking piece of shit.
Oh my God! Looks horrible.
Jeez.
She looks like a corpse.
Yeah, they all get corpse-like. So is it better to be fat or corpse-esque? Giselle, you're going to look like this in 10 minutes, probably.
If you go back to the photos, if you can see, there's a photo of her in a pink sweater. I'm just curious if that. Yeah, that's the one where she looks terrible.
Ew.
That's like, I think this is pretty current. Okay, she lost 30 pounds, either between 30 to 40.
All right, yeah, zoom in on that middle one, yeah. Yeah, pretty thin.
And so, I
look
mean,
look how distressed Ozzy is on the right.
oh my God, who would have thought that? And I think Kelly Osbourne is denying using Ozempic.
Ew, the daughter.
Yeah.
She's got Ozempic face.
Yeah, she was a heifer too.
I think she's doing something else.
Wait, go to Ozzy on the right.
Wait, Giselle and Sharon Osbourne look similar. Look at what they're wearing.
The
Look at
pink.
The pink.
The
I'm wearing-
sunken in
I'm wearing
eyes.
purple.
That's pink.
No, that's pink.
It's pink.
Well, so what Ozempic does, or there's another name for something else that it's called.
What?
It's, I don't know the terminology of it, of like what you're actually get, because Ozempic is like, right? It's like, that's just the name brand.
Yeah.
It's something else.
I don't know.
But it's actually making you stay, it's making your stomach feel full for longer amounts of time.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not actually wanting to consume food.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Well, that's good news for our fans.
But that's what I'm saying. If she took it, she trained her body to feel fuller on less food.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucked up. And now she can't gain weight.
Yeah. Well, sucks for you.
Yeah, I know. I have all of this to look forward to.
Yeah. But it will get us more donations and subscribers.
And
That's why they do it too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And what?
which I don't know if we know yet about humans, but the testing that they did on animals, they had tumors in their thyroids from the Ozempic.
All right, well, maybe next episode we'll do a dissection of Giselle's thyroid.
What will we call that segment?
Giselle's thyroid.
Okay, but can you do thyroid dissection? Can we do it again, and then can you play all the cars honking again?
No, you're getting catcalled now. You're going to become a corpse.
Giselle's thyroid dissection.
Do it.
Bah, bah.
No, you're.
Oh my god.
By next episode, you're going to look like this.
Oh, worse.
Which sucks. So we're going to have to fatten you up again, I think. So we're going to have to do the opposite of what we did today next time. But I think next we got to bring on our guest of the day. I think that's everything. Our guest is an IT guy who worked on Hunter Biden's laptop, and he has some crazy cosmic revelations about Hunter, Joe Biden, a lot of facts. So stick around, and we'll be back in a moment.
My heart belongs to you.
All right, everybody, welcome back to 9/11 is Gay, the information show, and we are now joined by our guest, of the day, Joe Baldieri, who can introduce himself, but he is an IT expert who worked on Hunter Biden's infamous laptop, and he's going to share what he discovered on there. So, Joe, give us a brief background about yourself.
Sure. Thank you for having me. Again, my name is Joe Baldieri. I work with the National Institute of Digital Recovery and Extraction, and I worked on a team of IT engineers that had the responsibility of gathering content and extracting data from Hunter Biden's laptop.
Yeah, I mean, we all got a glimpse of that, and I don't know, we were kind of horrified by what we saw.
Right, I felt exactly the same way, and after careful, research and data gathering, there's a whole different light to this story than what it appears face value.
Really?
I'm absolutely heartbroken when I see how Joe and Hunter Biden are treated in the news and how vehemently they're attacked. So a lot of what I've learned in this research has, given me the opportunity to share it with folks out there in the public.
From my point of view, from what I saw on the laptop, a lot of people say like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So with the Bidens, people have seen like Joe Biden like sniffing kids and stuff, and they think Hunter's probably not far away from that because his dad is so screwed up.
Tony, I totally agree. Very bizarre behavior on film there. But let's face it, when we look at the reality of things and we take into consideration, Joe Biden didn't become the leader of the free world based on his charm and stamina. He has an advanced intellect that allows him to maintain a certain level of intuitiveness. And in this particular example, and again, you look at these images and you're like, this guy's nuts.
From the laptop.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So basically, the information I gained from this is that there have been studies shown that dogs and other animals have the ability to sniff out diseases and certain types of cancers from individuals.
Really?
Right.
Yeah, I never heard of this, but you sent us an image from Hunter's laptop. Dirk, if you could pull up the first image. Yeah. So this was on Hunter's laptop we're looking at, right. And he had so what we're seeing a screenshot of a news article, and it looks like Joe, his father, sniffing kids, but the news article says, "Can dogs detect cancer?"
Well, the follow-up to that, I mean, and a lot of that information was very vague, but the bottom line is that's exactly what he's doing here. He is showing, he's using some type of what he considers courteous behavior and determining whether these people are suffering from any kind of illness.
Well, Dirk, we've actually found this news article. Pull it up that that Hunter took a screenshot of. So this is actually from Medical News Today. And we could scroll through as it says, "Can dogs detect cancer? Dogs have an acute sense of smell. Researchers are finding that dogs can sniff out cancer by detecting odor in signatures of breast, colorectal, lung, and other types of cancer." So this is a real thing, that dogs can smell cancer.
Right, and I think for a lot of dog lovers out there and have the knowledge of some of the assets that the dogs can do, this is not that unfamiliar. But when we see another human being do it, it becomes a little odd, But again, through the research on this laptop and other things that we have derived from it in the knowledge, we found that this is something that Joe Biden does, and he has the ability to do that. And that's my belief.
So that's why, Dirk, go back to that image. So you think this is why Hunter had this news article next to a photo of his father sniffing kids? Because he's, I guess, came to the same conclusion that Joe's sniffing because he's checking these kids for cancer. He's not being a creep.
The reason he's doing it, again, is to, in our opinion and in our research, indicates that he's looking for some type of ailment, cancerous, or whatnot.
Okay, so Joe's actually, he's doing a good thing, I think, for the kids, which is nice.
Right. Again, bizarre behavior, something that, as lay people, we think is absolutely insane. But again, with the higher intellect type of mentality,
That
which is
Biden
something
has,
he
yeah.
passes on to his son, and we'll get into that later on in our discussion. About Hunter and his abilities. But this is where I find him, or I find this image to describe what it describes here.
Okay, so yeah, Joe has a high intellect where he could do these kind of special abilities, which is cool. And Hunter, I guess you're saying, has abilities too. But I mean, from the other images we saw on the laptop.
Wait, who's that woman in the photo?
Oh, the one adult in the photo? I don't know.
But okay.
Do we know? I'm not sure.
These aren't AI images. These are real.
No, these are real.
No, these are real.
Yeah, no, it's one of Biden's past.
Right,
But
yeah, it's a series of
I
different
thought it was
photos,
just
images.
children.
I mean,
sniffs.
it's occasionally an adult.
He's an equal opportunity sniffer.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a perfect way to describe it. Yeah, he he's not biased. I think what it is an intuitiveness that he feels that somebody has this, and that's what makes him do it.
Well, my one gripe with it, though, is the article said dogs, like you could smell cancer in breasts, the colon, and the lungs. He's smelling their heads. He should be smelling their breasts and asses.
Should be, yeah. That would be more respectful, yeah.
Right.
Why is he touching the kid's head?
Well, there's been it's been proven that sometimes it could
Reiki.
come right from the scalp.
Oh.
You know. Again, a lot of these images.
That's like what the lady does at the nail salon.
Well, there's an Asian girl there, so I guess he's trying to make her feel like comfortable around her own, like how she feels with her own family.
Tony.
Well, I don't want to. I mean, you're saying Joe's doing this to be a good guy, and but we can't gloss over the fact that we've all seen images on Hunter's laptop of him doing like criminal behavior.
Right, and you know what? Let me first say that in the onset of our research and data gathering, we had a lot of the public opinions going into it on what this guy is all about, what his father's all about. But basically, what we have derived from this is that Hunter Biden and his father are really great guys. And that's what this is all about. That's the truth that I want to talk about, and that is why I'm here today.
That's what I heard in the media. The
Right.
media has been saying that Hunter and Joe are really good guys.
Right, and you'll see, and again, it was, when we see something right out there in the news, right in our face, we develop an opinion. So it's very difficult for people to change that opinion unless they gain the knowledge from somebody like myself. And, I'm a big shot in my field. I mean, not to brag, but, I know my technique. And I'm here today not because of a political affiliation or some kind of bias that I have. You know what I mean? I'm here in hopes to enlighten people on the fact that, Joe Biden and Hunter Biden are great guys and heroes. Yeah, Tony, heroes.
Heroes.
Right. And that's, I don't mean to seem so uptight about it, but that's what I think that they, our society, and especially what's going on now in the news, those are the things that have to stand out.
Okay, well, I want to pull up a few images from Hunter's laptop.
I was just going to say, is being a hero separate from taking nude selfies?
Well, we're going to go through some of his images, but
I know exactly what you're talking about. And again, there's things that have happened that are so blatant, offenses, whether it's a moral offense or a contradiction, but something illegally happening here, you know what I mean? Those things are undeniable.
Who were the photos intended for?
Well, I think a lot of the photos were for private use. And I think in the type of, lifestyle that they live and, their status, there's a lot of people after them looking for something to make up a story. We've heard that all before.
Yeah. Well, let's pull up some of these images. And to me,
okay, wait, last question.
Yeah.
Are these images while Joe is president?
Yes.
Yes.
Doesn't someone have to sit them down and talk to them and say now that your dad's president, there's a list of things you shouldn't do?
Well, it sounds like Joe's saying there's evidence of him being like a hero and doing good things on the laptop. So, I mean, to me, that's news, but let's go through the evidence and see,
This
for
is
ourselves.
just Exhibit A.
Right.
Yeah, this is just a tiny piece of information, but it sheds a little light.
Well, there's one image that to me looked kind of criminally indicting. Dirk, pull up our first image here. So.
Oh, yeah, that's, I find this extremely puzzling.
Yeah.
At first glance, you look at that, You know, I like to consider myself
Who took that?
Good question.
Yeah.
And it looks like it was placed there.
Yeah, it looks like it was extracted. It was.
It looks like it was planted there. Someone took a picture to make it look like it was a criminal activity.
Well, my criminality in this, and if has to do with the very fact that there he is in bed on a pillow with no tag.
Oh, the mat.
You know,
Wait, what tag? Oh, the mattress.
You know, the
tag?
mattress tag, the pillow tag. You know, it is a federal offense for anybody in a hotel or even in your own personal ownership of things like that. And to me, when I see an image like that, it's a slap in the face because we all know this. You know,
but it could be tucked into the other side of the pillow.
No,
look, it's
yeah,
right
if
here.
you could see the outline of where it was.
Right,
Look,
yeah.
it's right here.
Oh, zoom in on that. Yeah.
What?
That's the outline of where the mattress tag should have been. Because we all know, like, no, did you ever see a mattress tag where it says it's a crime, you can't remove
Right.
this?
Yes.
But look, he removed it, so that is kind of criminal behavior.
Right. I mean, you know, this people's perception of it, of the validity of it, how strong of an offense is it. But in my opinion, that's a federal law being broken there on a law that everybody knows about.
I know, yeah.
And his blatant denial or his attitude that he could just do whatever he wants because of his prominence, maybe. You know, I can't deduct that because I don't have conversations with him. But the fact of the matter is this is one example of how he will break the law and there is no room for determination or there is no room for interpretation.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it time and time again, nepotism geting people off for things like this, and that's a shame.
Right.
And there's another image I want to bring up. Dirk, pull up next tab. To me, this is another, this looks pretty criminally offensive to me.
There's no denying it.
So this is Hunter Biden in his car, and what are we seeing here?
Well, what we're seeing, first off, is distracted driving. You know, there are laws, you know, for safety, not only for himself, but the people around him. You know what I mean? And again, it's a vagrant display of noncompliance, you know. People, a lot of what they don't know about Hunter Biden is the fact that he's an outdoor enthusiast. He loves the outdoors. When I see these images, I'm sure he's taking in the landscape and the beauty of the nature around him, and that's what he's doing. And then you see a picture of him actually take a picture of himself. Again, another kind of violation. Like slap in the face of here he is he thinks of a man of uniqueness that he could get away with stuff like this.
Disobeying traffic laws, driving distracted selfies. He's in the middle of the road. It looks like too in that top right photo.
Right, and he's probably taking photos. I mean, look at these. You know, some of the images or attempts at maybe, you know, some kind of creative, you know, notebook he's making. Who knows?
Yeah.
But the bottom line is that he is distracted for, you know, things that are outside what he should be doing. You know what I mean? And that's, and it's a shame too, because like I said, with our research and what we delved into, we see a lot of greatness from this guy, you know? And when you see things like this, I mean, you can't stray away from the fact that he's done something. Yeah. All right.
It's a shame. So yeah, there's another image here too that was from his laptop again. And look at this.
Right. You know, like how insulting is that? Right. Here, his father is the president of the United States, an advocate for climate change, for environmental control. And here's this guy, this spoiled kid, you know, in the middle of summer, probably the air conditioning blowing at full blast. He's got the sliding glass door open.
Oh my God.
Right? And that wasted energy. And again, from the perspective of somebody who's in tune to societal, you know, and governmental regulation, this is a slap in the face. And it's an insult to his father, really. You know what I mean?
Joe,
it really is. So, I mean, I get a little excited about this because I feel like my devotion in extracting the information is solid, and it definitly has an impression on me. And I apologize if I'm kind of going off the wall, but
no, I understand.
What's in his pants?
Well, you know.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh,
No,
Hunter's
what
in this
looks like-
photo. Yeah.
What looks like money or a tag? Like that looks like a tag.
That's where the tag went.
That's the mattress.
That was
We'll
the
zoom in
mattress
on this.
tag.
Dirk.
Oh my
Is
God.
that where the mattress tag could have been? Yeah, you're right. That might be the mattress
Look at that.
tag.
That's crazy. Maybe it's like a nicotine patch. I don't know.
I want it to be money, but it looks like it's white.
It looks like
Good
the
spot.
I think it's the mattress tag.
Nice spot, Giselle.
Yeah, he's rubbing it in even more.
Right.
The fact that he's breaking the law of the mattress
Is
tag.
that what his legs really look like?
I mean, probably.
I guess so.
Put it this way: that is not a flattering picture. You know what I mean? That there's so many offenses to this. So I don't know what he's even thinking on agreeing to take this photo, but it puts him in a light of offense and on many levels. You know what I mean?
Wait, so how many photos were found?
Thousands.
Oh, thousands.
Thousands.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
Thousands that are, you can tell that are selfies, or also like what percentage are other people taking pictures of him?
I would say that 75% are
Selfies?
other people.
Oh, other people.
Yeah. Invasion of privacy, people following him, But there are selfies there that are questionable, that inspire somebody to investigate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Joe, one thing I noticed, you've been doing, we've been pulling up these photos, is you're kind of ignoring like the elephant in the room, which is Hunter's drug habit. We saw him doing drugs in those first two photos. You ignored it. He's probably in a drug-addled state, looking nuts. Stupor. We can't ignore that, can
Right.
we?
And, you're right. This is something that has definitely been the main title, the main impression that everybody has of Hunter Biden is his drug use.
Yeah.
And in the case of Hunter, his drug use and his intensity of his getting high has absolutely actually helped and aided in different aspects of society.
Wait, Hunter taking drugs help society?
Right. And I don't want to sugarcoat any of this, but under a lot of investigation and collecting a lot of documents, where we see a relationship between Hunter Biden and several agencies of the U.S. government and their involvement in, his use of drugs, specifically crack cocaine and meth. So his use had brought him to a level of such heightened proportion that goes beyond any kind of human contact, if that makes any sense.
Not yet.
His high, brought him to a level of consciousness where he had the ability to think outside, the human box. And this is where it comes into play. And this is where a lot of people will be like skeptics on this theory. But this is information that we have drawn from what's on his laptop and, documents we have found.
Yeah, so
we all know, and science has proven, that there's extraterrestrial out there.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
There's segments of our universe that have populations of these beings, not of a physical world, but of an energized world.
Oh.
So, through the investigation, and it took a tireless amount of, people on board with this that are experts in the field, we uncovered a sect of extraterrestrial beings, and they're referred to as the Glup-Tarr Nebula. These extraterrestrials are out there in an energized type of demeanor, and what we draw from their purpose is to intervene with American society, right? So again, this all sounds very out of this world. But what has happened, and again, based on information that we have drawn from content on his laptop, the U.S. government works with him, and when he's at an intense high, to the point where he's got this communication with this Glup-Tarr Nebula, and they're able to use him as a body host, and there's communication between those three bodies: the Nebula, Hunter Biden, and the U.S. government.
Whoa. So you're saying, correct me if I'm wrong, Hunter Biden's getting high, so high that he's communicating with energetical beings?
That's exactly
on the behalf
what I'm
of the U.S. government.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you gave us an image from his laptop. You said this is what you found of, Yeah, let's pull up the next. So this is Hunter.
Right.
What are we looking at here?
That's Hunter connected to a machine that was created by the federal government that allows him to maintain at a furic heightened high this intense intoxication that allows him to be a communicator with this sect, this population. So
interesting.
The Glup-Tarr Nebula is able to communicate with him, and he works with conjunction with the U.S. government on different tasks, and that has proven to be very useful to the world.
So this was an image you found on his laptop, and this is and there's more. You said you found classified documents.
Yeah, there's absolutely a tremendous amount of documents
on his laptop.
On his laptops, reiterating this and backing this theory up.
So instead of hanging out with a bunch of druggies, he's hanging out with extraterrestrials.
Well, that's one way to put it. What he's doing is that he's doing service for the United States government. You know what I mean? He's providing.
So he has to get high.
Right. We have to keep him high. We have to maintain that continuity between those three parts.
So you mentioned he works with the government and the Glup-Tarr Nebulons.
Right.
Dude, what kind of evidence have you found? Like, what missions is what does he do?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you have an image. You're going to be blown away with this. Yeah, I think this is an image.
So
up
you have
there.
a classified document you found on his laptop, which could be a national security problem, but that's a whole other issue. But let's zoom in on this. So.
Well, there's certainly a limited amount that we're looking at because it's, like you said, it's classified, but it gives enough information to disclose what actually is happening here.
So, yeah, it says memorandum for the Deputy Secretary of Defense, subject Osama bin Laden. So what's this?
Right. This was absolutely one of the most amazing things that I saw, that the Glup-Tarr Nebula was able or had the ability to give the coordinates where Osama bin Laden was hiding out during those years when the United States was after him.
Really?
Okay. To the point where they worked with the U.S. military, and Team Field 6 were able to go in there and finally get that, dastardly terrorist that destroyed the United States. You know what I mean? Right. And this is the kind of stuff that gets me fueled. You know what I mean? Because, people don't know this, and there's, nobody will question, how did we find out? How come it took so long? Where are we getting this information from? And if we have a belief that, these beings, these forces of energy are out there providing information for us, then this is the stuff that's in play, that we have to believe that works for us.
That's amazing. So the Glup-Tarr, you could read the sentence here. It says, it's been brought to our attention that the Glup-Tarr Nebulons provided coordinates relating to the whereabouts of Osama bin Laden. There's the coordinates. Right. Wow, so this is crazy.
Isn't it? It's very good information. Again, and with the team of people that I was working on with this, it all just completely blew us away. I expected to find out when we did all this searching of Hunter Biden, my impression was that we were going to find this drug addict, spoiled brat that never grew up type of guy, and just sucks from society and sucks from his prominence. And that is certainly not the case on the things that I've discovered.
Let's all thank Hunter Biden for his service, for capturing
so much more, Tony.
Wait, so are the Glup-Tarr the extraterrestrials?
Are they?
Yeah. You're asking if that's the name of them? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the name of them. That's the.
Do we know what they look like?
No, they're not a physical being. They're an energy. They're a force.
A Glup-Tarr energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
It is amazing.
Get it now?
I was just hoping that they were better looking than Hunter.
They might be.
You're into the Nebulons?
You know what I mean?
Got a Glup-Tarr crush?
Well, dating out there is pretty rough, so.
Yeah.
I'll take a Glup-Tarr.
Well, you have Daniel knocking on your door. All right, well, let's pull up. There's another mission you said that Hunter worked on. Another classified document.
This is pretty amazing. And a lot of people were kind of shocked that this actually happened because there was a lot of dissension in our own government about this. But for some way, the Glup-Tarr Nebulons were able to create like an agreement with the United States and Israel, where we were at the point where we could contribute and help them out to the tune of $12 billion a year.
Wow.
In aid that they needed. $12 billion.
Uh-huh.
You know, we couldn't even do that in our own legislature. But somehow, you know, the specifics are unclear, but the Glup-Tarr Nebulons were able to create a dialogue and enable this was to happen.
Yeah, and we all support and stand with Israel here, so that's pretty amazing that the Glup-Tarrs helped Hunter negotiate $12 billion annually.
$12 billion.
That's awesome.
Isn't that amazing?
Thank you. That's pretty great.
It seems like a pretty easy negotiation for Hunter. I don't know if he had to do too much to secure that. But it's a good start for negotiation.
True.
I mean, he might have the negotiation, but he certainly didn't have the reputation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because people looked at him as some loser drug addict that had no right to even be driving around in a car.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, to Dirk's point, I think but prior to that, it was like $11 billion annually, but I guess Hunter got them another billion to bring it to 12, which is pretty great. So what else has Hunter done for this country that we're unaware of?
Well, one of the things...
Pull up our next tab here.
Oh, okay. I forget that you had the tabs.
Has he been married?
A few times, yeah.
You're curious, huh?
Yeah, wow, you're really... I mean, choose your lane. You want Hunter or you want the Glup-Tarr Nebulons?
You can only pick one.
Or Daniel.
No, in this particular piece of information, this is where the Glup-Tarr worked with Dr. Fauci. Okay, remember Fauci was he was the flagship for the vaccine and you know, curing COVID. There was a dialogue created between Hunter, Fauci, and the Glup-Tarr, and they got to the point where they were able to provide the ingredients, the necessary technique in creating this vaccine.
Wow.
You know, so here, and this is a perfect example of a contribution to society. So we look at those first images where he's driving in the car, taking selfies, and he doesn't have a mattress tag. And here's a guy that contributed to the curing of a world pandemic.
I mean,
you know what I mean? How is that guy not a hero?
No.
You know what I mean?
But he's also a martyr because, you know, he needs to take these addicting drugs to do these great things. But then in his spare time, you expect him just to go back to normal? No, he's exposed to these horrible things. He's going to recreationally do these things, but he's a martyr. He's a hero.
Right, yeah, that's
Christ-like
a very good way to
figure.
describe it. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, that's a very good way to describe it because he is putting his own life and probably those around that he loves in jeopardy for the benefit, the betterment of society, you know?
Yep,
I mean, it's kind of a similar outfit to Jesus, too. He wore just like a loincloth and...
Wow.
But, you know, Jesus was
But
hairier,
how does
I
somebody
think.
measure...
Yeah, Jesus was
Jesus hairier, right?
Yeah.
How do you measure the connection
the connection,
to the Glup-Tarr?
It's a whole physics, energy
what do you mean,
formulas
like
and
measure?
calculations.
Like, how
Don't
do
worry
you know
about
that he's high versus connecting to the Glup-Tarr?
What if those two things are the same?
The only way I could answer that
Like, can
is
you look at the selfies he took and be like, oh, yeah, that one, he's definitely
Just
Talking
connected.
looking at a picture?
Right.
Well, we're looking at these documents, and they kind of, I mean, we're not reading them word for word, but they kind of describe the process. I mean, here we could say what the document says. It says, "Dear distinguished gentleman Fauci, it seems as if the pandemic will soon be behind us. Our connections with the Glup-Tarr energies have gained us the ingredients necessary to construct a vaccine to fight this awful, wretched, really, really deadly virus, which we know COVID to be."
Although Giselle's making a good point, she wants the evidence for the connection between
Like
the
at what
communication with
point?
Glup-Tarrs and the drug.
Well, we saw that image of Hunter connected to the machine.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean...
So wait, does Joe have the Glup-Tarr connectivity gene?
I don't
No.
think he's getting high.
No.
I think just
He
Hunter.
doesn't, I mean, and again, this is...
Oh, it comes from his mother's side? Okay. What?
I think in this, you know, the answer to that question is found in the fact that these things have happened. Do you know what I mean? You know, the interpretation, the dialect, how the government or how these bodies are able to interpret the information, I think is foreign, you know, and I believe it's all just done through a connectivity on a neurological level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's pull up the next tab here. We got further evidence if Giselle doesn't quite believe it yet. That was COVID. So there's another mission here, Joe, I think, of another classified document that Hunter was part of.
And this is actually a piece of information that deals with new technology for the advancement of military drones and our capability for the U.S. government to take more control and have the ability to set these drones out there on missions. Through this coordination between the Glup-Tarr Nebulons and Hunter Biden and the U.S. military, they were able to formulate the blueprints that specifically worked with the proper direction and usage of military drones.
Really?
We used them, their capability, and there was a mere 1,700 or more civilian deaths in Israel.
Oh, that's it? Yeah. No,
But the bottom line was we were able to see the advancement of this technology and how it overall is a asset to American society.
Cool. So yeah, the Glup-Tarrs gave us the
Right.
military drone
So
technology.
that's those are the kinds of things. I mean, and there's a myriad of other involvements that this tie between Biden, Hunter, the Glup-Tarr, and the U.S. government could move society forward. And again, and I can't stress the fact that we're not talking about just here in the United States or right here in New York or California. This is the world.
Yeah, he's helping
You
the
know what I
Middle
mean?
East with the
Right,
drone
absolutely.
strikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Rest assured that some terrorists were also killed. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
good.
on the document here, this was a classified document to the Department of Defense. It says, we're pleased to announce the results of our new military drone robotics. After careful cooperation between Hunter and the Glup-Tarr overseers, our top engineers constructed new drone technology, which is what you said. The blueprints were provided by the Glup-Tarrs, and they were highly successful. And we're happy to inform you that nearly 1,700 civilians died, which was just for the greater good, and we support that. That's pretty great. And it says, rest assured that some terrorists were also killed. So, I mean, it sounds like it's working.
It's a
collateral
It's a give and
damage.
take.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
collateral damage.
Greater good.
You know what I mean? So,
And
then-
justify the means.
Of course.
Consequentialism. It's all
Absolutely.
good.
And then there was one last, I think, document you had here from Hunter's laptop, of course.
this was something that went on between the Glup-Tarr on a smaller scale. Okay? And this was actually a communication or a negotiation. And in reality, it was a reconciliation. That's the way I look at it.
well, what
It
happened?
was a reconciliation with Bill Cosby and many of the women that had accused him of his sexual behavior.
Oh.
It was their way of communicating some type of peace treaty. And
A peace
This was
treaty
a-
between who?
between these women and women at a whole that Bill Cosby had and took away. I don't want to take away or belittle the fact that he was sexually harassing these women, but minimize the damage.
Okay.
You
Wait,
know?
so the Glup-Tarr are on the women's side or on the Bill Cosby side?
Well, yeah. if
They
you-
are
a
on.
neutral arbiter
Let's
of
make a
justice.
peaceful side.
Oh.
Let's come together and resolve this. And he got a lesser sentence for that. Yeah, Bill actually got an early release
From prison?
because he was able to change his ways.
Why do the Glup-Tarr
you know?
care about Bill?
Like I said, this was something on a smaller scale. How that came into being or your fruition, I don't know. I know that there's a relationship that Hunter had with Bill Cosby. I could assume that, but I do know
A sexual one?
No,
Possibly.
no.
I mean, probably the
Not that-
reason they did it is I guess they probably understand like the importance of like laughter and comedy for the world. It's very healing, and they probably want one of the greatest comedians of all time back.
But we're like missing out because
Yeah.
he's in jail?
of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
You love Bill Cosby. Didn't you say you were really upset when you found out all these allegations?
Yeah, but that was then. This is now.
Yeah, but
Like I was the same way. I came around to accept that this guy's a real bum. But the fact of the matter is, what I think the Glup-Tarr does is they see wrong in society. You know what I mean? They see a wrong, or they see an aspect or a pathway for betterment to make something better, and that's where they go.
well, maybe
you
we
know?
get more clarification by reading
Right.
this too.
So
this
can the Glup-Tarr help with abortion rights?
hopefully, yeah,
You know,
there a list? Can
that's
I-
why it's so important.
yeah. Maybe they have a
that we
PO
maintain
box.
this continuity. That's why we need to maintain this continuity with the Glup-Tarr, with Hunter as the host, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here too,
Yeah. So let's read this quick. It's a document to the State Supreme Court of Pennsylvania. And it says, after extensive negotiations and counseling between the Glup-Tarr Nebulons and Hunter Biden, the two parties have structured a peace treaty between Bill Cosby and womankind. Mr. Cosby now understands the error of his ways and has solemnly sworn to never sexually molest women ever again for a period of 3 years. Sure. So we look forward to Mr. Cosby's early release, and wow.
Right.
So he sees the error of his ways.
Right.
He's reformed because of the Glup-Tarrs, I guess, right?
Their contribution to society on a small scale is evident here, in my opinion.
Really because
obvious.
of Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter is, of course, the common denominator in all of this.
And I think one of the reasons why this comes to light, as far as my perspective, is maybe why he stored this information, because it gives the viewers, it gives the audience an understanding that it's a myriad of contributions the Glup-Tarr can make, and this is one of them.
So how do we find more hosts? Like, can Tony host the Glup-Tarr?
You might be a host. You just have to try it.
Yeah, we have to use the same drugs, but maybe this is also kind of like a biological DNA thing. So you said...
That's what I thought.
I don't know, you tell us. You're the expert.
Basically...
so Joe can't connect with Glup-Tarr, but he can sniff out the cancer on
What we
children?
have found is... and they have tried that. They have tried different hosts, and it hasn't worked out. This works. They're sticking with it. I think as time moves on, like with any advancement in technology, there are different avenues that they pursue to improve on it. But these matters that he is involved in now are so paramount that, there's no time to hey, let's see who else could do it. Let's keep the continuity going.
That makes sense.
Let's keep it going, because we're at risk. We're at risk now if we go too far and start dabbling what's in place. We may risk the relationship that we have with Glup-Tarr.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's
So
just
the Glup-Tarrs and Hunter have a very good relationship.
right,
So,
and that's what we have to maintain.
That makes sense.
And
so besides all these like classified documents, is there any other evidence of Hunter communicating?
well, there's one piece of information that I drew from it, and a lot of the team members, the engineers I was working with, but this was something in particular that took a lot of interpretation. It took a lot of, putting the pieces together to draw our conclusions. And I don't know if you have an image of...
what are you getting at here?
Okay, well, a lot of people... one quality about Hunter Biden that people don't know is that he's very artistic.
Oh, so up on screen here.
He's a drawer. He does paintings. Some of his artwork has been in exhibits and galleries throughout the United States.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I don't know if he's a big money maker on it, but he's definitely dabbled in that,
Yeah.
And
Is this actually his art?
Yeah,
Right.
it is. Yeah, this is
There's
from one of his
one-
art exhibits. Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of like it.
I know.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
good. He's a really talented person. So yeah, what are you? There's one image painting you want to focus in on here.
Right,
Dirk,
if you could-
open
if you
up
could focus
the
on
next
that.
tab.
Right. Now, this is something that came under much scrutiny because it kept coming up. It kept, in our research, this particular image kept coming up as some type of dialect, some type of message being sent.
Yeah, if I could just stop. Yeah, so let's look at this here. So this is I don't know what kind of animal that is. Do you guys recognize that?
I don't know.
But it looks like there's a language, there's words underneath, and
it Latin?
I can't decipher this.
Right. I mean, it's
Zoom in
not,
on
it's
this,
not
Dirk.
of our
What is that?
language. Well, here we look at this and we try to derive what message is being sent here.
Sure. Well, the
Right.
name of this painting, we could zoom in on this, Dirk. So the name of this painting is Watch Out
George Floyd.
Watch Out George
Right.
Floyd by
And
Hunter Biden.
We know the story of George Floyd, the
Sure.
unfortunate outcome of his life. What information we have gathered from this is the fact that Glup-Tarr was sending us a message. We're sending George Floyd a message.
A warning.
A warning
Watch out.
about his life. Unfortunately, as we all know, it didn't work to the benefit or come in time.
Yeah.
But the point here And the information that I derived and that I need to share here is that the dialect, the communication comes through this artwork.
So yeah, these words, it might say, it looks like 4 words here, and it might say, watch out, George Floyd. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I think based on the wording and based on the image itself.
In the title.
In
That Hunter
conjunction,
made, yeah.
all that is the message.
Wow. So Hunter's kind of like doing a tribute, I guess, from communications he receives to George Floyd.
Absolutely.
And he was telling him to watch out, but yeah, his untimely death, I guess, didn't get to him in time. But
again, it's another signal of Glup-Tarr's, intuitiveness on our world and what was important at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a beautiful message, really, that the Glup-Tarr Nebulons gave Hunter to try to help George as best they could. They weren't able to, but the effort and thought was there. Giselle, you're from the city and you were on George Floyd's side, so this is probably really emotional for you, I imagine.
Well, I'm just thinking that Glup-Tarr sounds sexist.
Wait, what do you mean?
What? When did they help a woman?
Yeah, that's a good point. I haven't seen any evidence of that yet.
They might be.
They might be.
We're at their mercy, though.
Right.
There's nothing you could do. What, you want them to have your opinions on abortion? It's not. I don't know if it's going to happen.
Well, you're trying to date Hunter. If you date Hunter, maybe they'll get in their good graces and they'll want to help women.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
I would say definitely,
Well, I definitely
that's
don't
definitely a
want to
way
date
to do it.
Glup-Tarr now.
But what I do think is that, this organization, this sect, this population, whatever you want to call it, is out there to improve things in society. And do they have work to do? Absolutely. Everything that you've said is something that needs to be addressed. You know what I mean? And I think by maintaining, again, the continuity and the connection between those 3 sects is the way to go, and I'm worried. I'm worried about Hunter's health. He's, in order to maintain this connection, this vibe between this foreign being, he's got to be at the heightened level of intoxication.
Yeah.
This euphoric high. We're not talking about, a couple of joints on the way to work. You know what I mean? We're talking about where this guy has his communication skills with the human race is below him now, So in order for him to maintain that, there's a lot of usage. There's a lot of drugs, meth, crack.
Sounds
that
rough.
He's got to keep going with.
He's going to get burned out eventually.
Right.
He's going to die for his country.
Exactly. He'll die for his country, but he'll die early. And a residual of that will be, a fracture to this cohesiveness that we've been formulating here.
Someone has to take up the mantle. Somebody has to do it.
Well, what we can do is we could try to maintain it. And how we do it, and a lot of this has to do with his condition, his health condition. And you'll see now lately in the news, you see Joe Biden in the news, so detached, so lethargic.
Yeah.
And immediately people think that he's aged, he's suffering from elderly dementia, things like that. But the fact of the matter is that he's helping his son, right? And he's helping his son by a continual donation of blood, right? And what happens is that with heavy drug use, it kills your system. The blood that flows through your body becomes toxic, But it's a double-edged sword because you need that to stay high. So what we need to do is we need to keep Hunter Biden fresh with fresh blood, with fresh flowing blood, that he could bring his high to that level and maintain it. But if he doesn't in his current status, he'll suffer. His connection will be diminished because his high will not be maintained. And so that's what his father was doing for him. We think that he's after something personal, but this is a man working for not only his son, but society as a whole. So that's one of my reasons for being here today is pleading.
Well, you set up a foundation for
Right.
him. Dirk, pull
A
up
GoFundMe for the Glup-Tarr?
a GoFundMe for Hunter's daily blood
Isn't that a great picture?
transfusions.
That's a great picture of him.
Yeah, well, it looks like he's probably on his drugs. He's
Yeah.
connecting to the Glup-Tarr.
Looks like he's transfusing. Yeah.
So
So
Yeah.
basically what we're looking for, or what I'm looking for, and what I need, what we need, and that is the purpose of my being here. This is not an individual thing. This is an all-inclusive attempt to better the world. I mean, it sounds dramatic, but, you know, we look at this content, we studied it, we saw where it's going, we saw the benefits. So we have this GoFundMe app or fund that we need donations of any sort.
Yeah, and we are opening our phone lines. I just want to go on record for people to pledge their support for Hunter Biden to get these daily blood transfusions, because you said they need to get rid of the drugged blood and then give him clean blood so they can continue this cycle on a daily basis.
Right. And again, you know, not just to maintain, you know, a daily buzz, but to bring him to that euphoric level where he's detached from human connection and is able to make these connections.
So our lines are open. We got a phone call coming in now. Caller, can you hear us?
Greetings.
So thank you for calling. So we opened up our lines for the GoFundMe for Hunter Biden to get daily blood transfusions for the Glup-Tarr Nebulons. Are you calling to pledge your support?
Yes, I heard. Wow, what a guess. Yes, I am definitely in support. I'm support of the Bidens for a long time. I'm from Delaware. Me and my wife, Nancy, we campaign almost every week for them. You know, at the debate, I thought a lot of people like to paint that he's this Weekend at Bernie's type. I see a man who has his faculties still, you know, and then that interview with George Stephanopoulos or whatever, you know, whatever you call him. You know, when you know, I'm paraphrasing, when he was asked, are you fit to serve another term? And then Biden was like, yes. You know, it reminds me of when my mom would wake me up for school and I was still sleeping, and she pounded on the door, you know, and she my name's George, by the way. She said, George, it's time for school, and I'd be like, I'm up. You know, it's like sure, I'm a little sleepy, but I'm completely all there, you know.
That's a great analogy. You know, so we can't dictate how we approach our day or approach our lives by, you know, a session of tiredness or just being kind of out of it. You know, we all have experiences like that.
I mean, this guy's working around the clock. You know, he's the president of the United States. What do you expect?
Yeah, and that's great you support Joe. We really love all the Bidens here, but are you pledging to help Hunter as well for his blood transfusion?
Absolutely, and my God, what a story! Are you saying that these nebulons are like? I read a book recently about aliens. That, you know, they're saying that sorry, I'm driving at the moment. There's aliens, and they're saying that the reason they're actually here is to prevent us from blowing each other up. And you know, if this is what you know, and this is Joe Biden's son. That's his son. If you know, I think of there's a season of 24 where Jack Bauer has to go undercover, and he has to take heroin in order to get in with the cartel.
Right.
And the whole season, he's just strung up on this drug, but he's doing it for the greater good. You know?
Just like Hunter. That's pretty amazing.
That's exactly what's happening here.
Hunter might have influenced
and, you know, we have to maintain this. We have to keep it going because we see the benefits of it right here at home.
Yeah, and thank you, caller, for pledging your support. Do you have any final words?
You know, if Hunter has to look, you know, I'm sure we all have our demons. We all have, you know, everything. If he needs to be a public spectacle and be, you know, shown vulnerable of every single, you know, if we all go through our phones right now, I'm sure that there's a lot of bad stuff that people can find.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, caller. We got another call coming in, so we're going to wrap up with you, but thank you for pledging your support. If you could donate now, that would be really great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
That guy sounded like a Glup-Tarr Nebulon.
Yeah, absolutely. He sounded like he was definitely devoted to this.
So does this mean Whitney Houston could have been talking to the Glup-Tarr?
It's possible.
She was pretty high, wasn't she?
She was very high.
So we had a caller call in. I missed it. I'm calling him back. Let's see if he answers.
But, like, the benefits...
Hello, caller. You're on the air. Do you introduce yourself and let us know if you're pledging your support to Hunter Biden?
Yeah, my name's Al, and I am definitely pledging my support to Mr. Hunter Biden.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Hunter is, of course, he needs daily blood transfusions to communicate with these off-world beings, the Glup-Tarr Nebulons. What are your thoughts on that?
I would also be willing to donate my blood.
Oh, you're willing to donate your blood, too.
That's quite a contribution. Thank you so much, man.
Now, my blood might have a little substance in it.
All the better, because Hunter needs that substance as well, too. So that would be great.
My thoughts exactly. I have a little meth lab.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
You're an entrepreneur.
This information, but
cool.
Yeah, I got me a little meth lab out back.
Awesome.
The Biden families are actually close personal friends of ours.
Oh, so you've
that's
been...
great. So there's a correlation between you and the Bidens. That's definitely a contribution on a personal level. So that's great that you're willing to do that.
Yeah, thank you so much. The Glup-Tarrs probably are familiar with your business, too.
Oh, yes. And Hunter's art is quite amazing. If you take enough crystal meth and you stare at his art like one of them magic 3D eye pictures, you will connect with them aliens yourself. I've done it several times.
That's a very interesting concept.
Yeah. We didn't even factor that in. We got to try that next.
See, that's what brings to light the amazing aspects to this.
Yeah, a lot of them, they're MAGA Repub-Tards. They,
sure.
I used to be one of them, but then I saw the light. I got me.
Stop drinking the Kool-Aid, huh?
Yeah.
So how much money are you willing to pledge to Hunter right now? We have a $10 million goal on GoFundMe. How much are you willing to give?
I think I could do about $5,000.
Awesome.
Excellent, man. Thank you so much. That's quite a contribution.
All right, let's see.
Yeah.
Refreshing.
So, caller, if you have to go, you can go. If you have any last words, shoot.
Vote for Biden.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, man.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you. All right. Take care. All right. So we had a couple of callers. If anyone else calls in, but is there anything? What's the urgency of the daily blood transfusions?
Well, like I said before, the importance of this blood supply, this constant need that we have, and it's not just something that I say to you, oh, we need it now. We need it today. We need it from you. We need it from you. We need it from you. We'll take money. We'll take, cash, credit card, but we got to get this going, because what it looks like, what we see is something in the near future that involves Russian President Putin.
Oh.
Okay, there's speculation that there's a union meeting between Putin, the Glup-Tarr, and Biden, and the goal is to resolve this matter in Ukraine, to stop this constant annihilation of civilians, and bring peace to that region, and bring peace to the world. And I get so excited about this because I see this tremendous, profound thing about to happen. And the one thing that's keeping it at risk is that we're not able to keep this guy high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not we could get the drugs. Drugs are no problem. We get one
of our callers,
right? But what we need is the blood. We need the money for the blood. Could you contribute now? Could you really reach into your pocket and take $10 out and contribute? You know what I mean? That's the kind of urgency that we're looking here, Tony. It's just a matter of, this has no personal stake in it for myself. This is about saving the world.
Because he has to meet with Putin and the Nebulons. Right. If he dies, then the peace treaty in Ukraine is
the actual chance of the olive branch that the Glup-Tarr are able to extend to Putin to even meet is paramount. But if it doesn't happen, we're going to be speaking Russian in a couple of years.
Oh my God!
You know what I mean?
No,
so
not
please,
again.
viewers, please out there, save us from Putin.
Please.
That's what this is about. And I'm so glad you had me here today, and I hope I was able to shed some light on things. And please, the GoFundMe's there. We're ready to take donations at any moment.
I will. And Giselle, I don't think it was a rhetorical question. If you could give money, honestly, right now.
That's the kind of impression I hope to make. That, are you willing to contribute? You know what I mean? And
are you?
I mean, it depends on if the nebula are helping women.
Oh my God, you're so hung up on. There's more than just women in this world. There's men. More important.
Right. We're human.
And there's more than just men.
We're human beings. And that's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for, to save with Hunter the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Plus Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's one of Giselle's all-time favorites is Bill Cosby, and thankfully he's out now because of the Glup-Tarr Nebulons.
Hopefully get back on his ways.
Thank you, Glup-Tarr.
So I know we do have to wrap up. If we could just get kind of serious for a moment. I think everything you've showed us, Joe, is we can't judge a laptop by its cover. We had this misconception that Hunter's laptop was filled with nudes, selfies, drugs, but there was really more to the story, and we all as a country unfairly threw Hunter under the bus where we judged him as this crook, this criminal, this drug addict, but that's not who he is. He's a hero. And when you see people in the world doing god-awful, treacherous things, you can't judge that. You never know when someone might have this Glup-Tarr Nebulon influence telling them to do these things. So they're really working for the greater good, like freeing Cosby, drone striking people and kids and civilians for the greater good, aiding the Jews, Israel, and I think we all learned that we should never judge anyone ever again for anything. And thank you, Joe, for coming on and really showing us the way and the light and the truth about Hunter Biden. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Tony, for having me. I mean, it was a pleasure to be here. It was so nice to meet you guys.
Yeah.
And I hope that, the next time we meet, there'll be more world peace.
Yeah. Well, we're on our way thanks to our new savior, Hunter Biden, everyone.
He's a hero.
A hero. Even more than a savior, yeah. So everyone, please go to GoFundMe, pledge as much as you can, ask your parents.
Pledge today.
Yeah.
Pledge right now.
Pledge tomorrow and today.
Yeah, so thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night.
Good night.
Fate is a day